Raheem, it didn't look like you could get off really at all tonight. Why was that?
Exactly what you just said, to be fair, Raheem. I couldn't get off. I feel just the weight cuts just took a toll on me, I think, from the minute the back injury to the minute the rescheduled date. It was a race against time. From our point of view, the deadline, Chris maybe would have walked away from the rematch. So it was always a race against time anyway, and I feel it's just obviously played its part. As you could, you didn't have to be a genius to see I was flat from 40 seconds into the fight. You know what I mean? So I just couldn't get going. I feel the weight killed me.
Had you rolled your ankle later in the fight?
Yeah, I rolled it about around 2 or 3, I think. Yeah, but like I say, it was even the ankle part too. I've done that before in fights. It was more just like being flat that killed me.
When did the injury start? Was it a recurring injury, the back injury?
The which, mate?
The injury you were talking about, was it just the back injury from before? Or?
Yeah, no, the back. I mean, from the way from the back injury last time to when I got over the back injury, I cut 42 pounds. I feel it just took a toll on my body in this last week.
Liam, were you surprised that Chris Eubank did associate this fight differently than the first fight?
No, it was just like I said before. That's what frustrated me because it looked like Chris was great, and I was like, Chris was exactly that started that fight exactly how we started the last fight, but then got more confident because he was not being countered and not being the counters I was trying to throw was miles away, too slow, going over the top of his head. So he got more confident, do you know what I mean? And obviously, you can keep throwing. If nothing's coming back, you can throw and throw and throw. So that's why I feel Chris got confidence, because he knew nothing was really coming back. I just didn't have it in me to counter. So, someone's not countering you or throwing back or even throwing when you throw, you get more confidence. So you let more and more shots go. But I feel he started the fight exactly how he started the last one.
Obviously, there was a little bit
No, definitely not an excuse. My ankle, like I said, I've done my ankle before in fights, and definitely not an excuse. So don't run with that one. And no, as I said before, just flat from the get go. Chris was sharp from the get go. It was Chris's night tonight. I won't make no excuses like blaming no ankles. But yeah, it's 1-1 now. So we'll see what happens next.
Liam, did you feel any pressure going into the fight with Chris?
Pressure is in what? What type of pressure?
Obviously you were the quote-unquote underdog going into the previous fight. You had a brilliant display in the last fight.
No, the pressure was just like I said before. Besides it was a rematch with Chris. The pressure was just the race against time to make weight. I feel a lot of people knew that. I feel Chris knew that. He mentioned it to me on the way in. But that's all. The only pressure was to basically make weight, because like I said before, it's like a bit of a race against time. That's the only pressure. Besides, regarding the fight, it was just a fight that I felt I had to win on the path towards the rest of my career.
What do you want to do next, Liam? I know it's just happened, but what's your kind of...
Yeah, obviously I'll sit down. Obviously I'll have to get over this and see what's next. Obviously, like I said before, it's 1-1. I think it doesn't take a genius to see how I performed in that fight. So we'll see what's next. Obviously, like I said before, it's 1-1. That doesn't settle nothing for me.
Were there any adjustments in the corner that they were telling you to try to make? Was there anything you were do?
I'm pretty sure you could hear. They were telling me everything, but when I couldn't push away or I couldn't push in, I didn't have the legs to do it. So, like I said before, that's what is frustrating me a little bit, because I've got Joseph, I've got Declan, I've got Paul screaming at me to do things, and I just couldn't do it. I was just flat.
How far out, Liam? How long ago did you know that this was a real problem and you were going to come into this and struggle?
I'm not sure. I can't really put my finger on it now, but I think from the rescheduled date, it was always going to be a push. Do you know what I mean? 42 pounds, a lot of weight.
Liam, if there is a rematch, how do you approach it differently? Is it something you do different in camp? Does it need to be at a different weight for you to make it?
No, definitely. Look, like I said, 160 shouldn't really is not a struggle. It was just obviously coming back off the injury, and I got back in camp. We had the press conference to announce the rematch. Then we done the gloves are off. you know, train home and I done me back the next day. So basically, the start of the last camp, I got injured and had another 4 or 5 weeks where I couldn't do nothing. So, you know, at the start of camp, you're starting camp quite heavy. I went heavier again, if that makes sense.
What I would say is what Liam's been through in this camp, I've never seen anything like it. I know he didn't want to let anyone down. We pushed and pushed the date. Chris was going to have to move on. It's no excuses, as I say, and Liam won't want to make any at all, but he did. He went through absolutely everything to be here tonight.
No, definitely not. That's what I mean. I'm just saying that on my part. That's my performance. I'm not taking nothing away. This is obviously Chris's night. You know, I had my night in January. I celebrated it well. I'm not taking nothing away from Chris this time round. This is his night.